Welcome friends to One Stop Java Solutions. I am Snehasis and today I am going to explain you about polymorphism and function overloading in Java. Okay. So first polymorphism by name you can understand that polymorphism means many forms. Okay. So in case of Java or object-oriented programming languages, there is one facilities that for a method, particular method, you can write different method forms, okay, with same name. Okay, so so for that I am creating one class in Eclipse and I am explaining you. So here I am giving the name as polymorphism demo. Okay, I'm creating the main method as well. So suppose in Java if you try to add of two numbers, okay, then you can write one method like this: int add, then suppose it's taking two parameter, okay, int x and int y. So if you try to add, then return x plus y. So this method will add two integers number and return the value of addition of these two numbers. Okay, and so this will perform two integers variables add. Okay, if you try to add two floating points number, then you have to write another method. So in case of non-object oriented language, you have to write different method name. Like for integers you can write like add int. Okay, for floating points, two means for floating numbers, okay, you if you try to add, then you have to write another method like add float or float add, or whatever you can give another name as well. So for separate means separate type of argument or separate type of variables, okay, if you try to add in non-object oriented language, you have to keep the means you have to write separate method with different name. Okay, so as a end user you have to means every time you have to memorize what is the method name, and you have to pass corresponding argument as well. But in case of Java there is facilities, so you can add means you can write more than one add methods, but the signature method signature should be different. Signature means the argument, mainly argument, method name should be same but the argument type should be different. So here if I write int add, not int, I try to write float add, and it will also, if I pass two float variable argument, float suppose x, float y, and if I return that, for Java it's perfect. Okay, so this is the concept of polymorphism and function overloading. So here you can see that add methods, these two methods will perform same kind of operation but with different argument parameter set or different parameter values. Okay, so both will perform addition operation of two variables. In first case the variable should be integers and in second case variable should be float. Okay, so Java will allow this concept, and this concept is called polymorphism because here you can see the name is same, both add, and only the change is that parameter. So the means they will perform the same tasks but in different forms. Okay, so that is the concept of polymorphism. Okay, so and now the question is function overloading. So once you call this method, okay, so suppose from main method I am calling, try to call these two methods. So for that you have to first create object of this class. Okay, so this one, object equal to new, then class name, and we are calling the default constructor. Okay, and now if I try to call the first one, so I am writing here message one, addition of two integer, addition of two integer, and I am calling plus object dot add and calling the value with two integer values, suppose 5, 10. Okay, so this is the first call, and for second one I am writing the same method but I am changing the parameters, 5.8 and suppose 10.7. Okay, and here I am giving the for float, these are the float values, so I am giving if. Okay, so in that way I can call the add method of float parameters. Okay, float argument. So here you can see, means once at the compile time, okay, while I am calling object dot add 5 comma 10, so this is basically at compile time, this will means the resolution will take place. Okay, means which method will be called. Okay, so based on the argument type it will determine which method will call. Okay, so here you can see that in first case we are calling the add method with two integer variables. So first integer from this form method form will call for the first case. Okay, and for the second case I am passed two float values, so it will check the argument type, okay, of the add method, and based on the argument whatever I passed, this method will call. So this is called the overloading, means at the time of compilation this resolution takes place by the compiler which method will be called, and this is take place based on the argument type that I have passed. Okay, so for that, for this reason this type of overloading is called compile time polymorphism or early binding or static polymorphism. Okay, so overloading means these two concepts are come parallelly, overloading and polymorphism. So polymorphism is the this concept that in case of object oriented programming we are using the same method name with different argument type. Okay, so that is polymorphism. So in case of interface, means if you think from end user's perspective, for object oriented programming they only have to memorize the add method and they can pass any argument. Okay, so it's developer responsibilities to write the different combination of add method. Okay, means different type of parameters. Okay, the developer will write down the add method with different variables so that anything end user will call, the matching add method should be there and it will send or return the means corresponding addition values, okay, of two numbers. So it's developer responsibilities. Okay, but for end user perspective or from interface, if you have the knowledge about interface, then means if you any end user try to perform any add of two variables, then they have to only memorize that there is only add method. But in case of non-object oriented programming languages, end user must have to know different set of method name along with their parameters type. Suppose if there is a add integer method, then user have to know add integer and they have to pass the integer for that values. For other, suppose add float, they have to know the method name as well as whatever parameter types they have to pass. Okay, so there is no such kind of interface concept in non-object oriented programming languages. So this is basically means polymorphism and method function overloading. Okay, this is means what it will means it will reduce the complexity or readability of the program. Okay, so it's means for big program or for means once you developed a big program in Java, so if you use the polymorphism and this concept, then it will means from end user perspective, you can think that it will reduce the complexity. End user only have to memorize the single method name and any parameter kind they have passed, and correspondingly means it's compiler responsibility and developer responsibility. Compiler responsibility to choose the correct form of method, and developer responsibility is to write down all the possible combination of that means of the, if you think about means if you talk about add method, then different combination of the addition of means different parameter types. Okay, so that is the developer responsibilities. Okay, so they have to write down different combinations of the add method, so that any combination or anything end user call, corresponding match should be there and it will return the correct values. Okay, so this is the concept of polymorphism and overloading in Java. So hope it is clear now what is overloading and what is polymorphism. So if you like my videos, you can subscribe my channel and also share with your friends, and also click on the bell icon, so that once I will upload the next video, you will get the notification. And also in the description box you can see my channel link is there, so you can go there and watch your relevant Java program that you want to learn. Okay, so you will get all the Java related topics there. So thanks for watching this video.